Who are they kissing? You're enough, Jaewon, you're enough. These lyrics are just hitting so freaking hard. Hello, Claire Bears. Welcome back to part 2 of my reaction to Seraphim's latest EP, Crazy. And Crazy was crazy good. So I'm super excited now to check out our B-sides. But if you did not check out part 1 and you'd like to do so for my reaction to the trailer as well as the Crazy music video, then you can check that out right here. But I'm going to dive right into Pierrot, which is, you know, kind of like a sad clown, which is very, you know, stark turn that we're about to take. So I wonder here if Seraphim are going to express some of the sadness that they've been feeling over the last couple of months. Let's listen. Ooh, those like that instrumental sounds very clowny. Ooh, hip-hop vibes. Oh, that feels so good to hear from Sakura specifically. They say calm down, shut it, and work. Like, her of all people, and in the stillness of my heart want to drop the bomb. Like, ooh, I feel that. Ooh. Kim wants son? Yeah, okay, never mind about the sadness. I give your advice half an ear. Yes, you tell him, Sakura. I love how she's just like freaking biting back in the haters in this. Like, oh, it feels so good. Ow. Just like smashed the glass against my tooth. That's embarrassing. Anyways. Ooh. I love how freaking weird this is, like, in the best way. Chased by laziness. Yeah, like letting it all go for today. I'll solve the problem tomorrow. Holy cow, that's it. I mean, technically that's not even that short of a song, but I could have done like 5-10 more minutes of that because it was just so freaking fun. But I'm guessing based on the like IU and Lee Hyori reference that Kim Won-soon and Jung-hwa are other kind of like iconic women, known as the Korean Madonna. And Jung-hwa is a Korean singer, actress, and dancer. One of the most influential women in Korean entertainment industry. Well, I feel embarrassed now for not knowing who she is. But yeah, I just like am so enjoying them taking back their power in this album, and also at the same time like lifting up other powerful women in this song, and also just like the hip-hop instrumental that went with it too, just really like packing that punch. I'm just like so hyped up for this album and how much they're just freaking clapping back at their detractors and not afraid to be just like out there and weird too. Like, bring more weirdness into K-pop. I would be so here for that. Keep it weird, Sserafim. Keep it weird. But yeah, okay. So our next song is called 1-800-HOT and Fun. HOTNFUN. I enjoy Sserafim. I just pulled that out of my ass. But I'm sure the HOT and FUN. I'm not the first one to do that. Are they going to be hot? Are they going to have fun? I'm thinking yes and yes. And if these photos are any indication, I think it's going to be hot, fun, wild, crazy, all the things. So let's listen.
Really? I'm honestly just sad about my shoes.
I mean, same. Ooh, kind of like a Rocky. Kiss everybody. Is this gonna be all English? Who are they kissing? There's a lot more like rapping on this album, which is cool. Cute, nerdy, sassy. Yeah, they just like love to they love to freaking swear in their English songs, don't they?
I like to kiss everybody. Where the heck is Saki? She's waiting down in the lobby. I'm trying to break it down, yeah, baby, yeah, to turn up the party. I like to dance with a party. I like to kiss everybody. Where the heck is Saki? She's waiting down in the lobby.
I love the sass that they use to deliver that line.
1-800-HOT and Fun is my number, hear my line. 1-800-HOT and Fun, hear my ringtone every time. 1-800-HOT and Fun, that's my number, hit my line. 1-800-HOT and Fun, hear my.
It's interesting to have an all English B-side. I've been like head bopping so much that my earphones keep trying to fly out. I love that picture of Yoonjin so much. Yeah, this feels like a party album, you know? Every song you can just like... That was just like, ugh, that was so fun yet sassy, hot and fun, I might say. And I feel like this would be really fun in concert too, just like all the Fear Nots partying. And also, is this one line referencing like multiple 90s songs? Like DJ Play My Favorite Song, I think that's like a J-Lo song. Let the Dogs Out, like, ooh, let the dogs out. This kind of feels like throwbacky in a way. Maybe something like Pink would put out. So let's close it out now with not crazy, but crazier. So how do we get crazier from here? Or do we get crazier? Is this a misdirect? Because it seems like we've had the same vibe throughout the album. So is this one going to take kind of like a turn to close us out, or is this going to be like a straight party album from start to finish? Yoonjin is credited in this song as a writer, producer, and composer, so I have a feeling this is going to have a bit more of like an emotional twist to it. So maybe like a more serious interpretation of Crazy, of like, you know, like mental health struggles. Let's listen and find out.
미치고 싶은데 넌 집어넣으라 이미 늦은 듯해
Worried of what others might think.
오늘 화면 속 그녀를 쫓아다니다 끝나버리긴 싫어
I have goosebumps already.
내 일기장에 쓰던 movie cliché
Oof.
그때는 그저 좋았지 아무 의미 없는 dream
No, I was happy back then. Oh my gosh. I don't know why. Well, I know why I'm specifically reading into every Sakura line, but it just like, it just cuts even deeper. Of I was happy back then, like free to dream, no strings attached. Now I ask what all this means, because I've seen clips online of people, you know, like showing different clips of Sakura in the past, just seeming so much more like confident in herself, and it seems like a lot of what the haters are saying is just like so getting to her. So this just like this cuts even deeper. Ooh. No. You're enough, Jaewon, you're enough. See? Different take on Crazy. Oh. No. Oh my gosh. It's just like these lyrics are just hitting so freaking hard. What would you know when you've got everything? It's just like, oh, you're an idol, you're rich, you're famous, you're beautiful. Like, you don't have problems. Bruh, like, everyone's got problems. If anything, you get more problems when you're rich, you're famous, you're an idol. And like, no one tells you this when you sign up to be an idol. You can't possibly know what it's actually going to be like until you're there, because everybody deals with the wealth, the fame differently. And saying, don't want to let go the tip of my childhood dreams, of just like this thought of this should be everything that I want. I, on paper, have everything that I've ever wanted, but do I actually, if this is the bullshit I have to deal with? Like, I don't care how rich or famous you are, like, nobody deserves the treatment that they've received. So this just, this absolutely breaks my heart, and I hope that Yoonjin and the rest of Sserafim focus so much more on Fear Not and what they have to say, rather than, you know, their detractors, because like, constructive criticism is valid if it is constructive, but if it's just hating to hate, that's just a whole other can of worms. So, you know, while anyone can always improve and be better, like, hate is obviously a very specific and different thing. So I just really hope that they can absorb all of the love that they receive, because they really do receive a lot of it, and they can just like drown out the freaking haters. That's my rant for today. Still looking for something. I love that part. It's so beautiful. Yeah, they're crazy for feeling what they're feeling, which, of course, they're not. It's totally normal and human. Their vocals are so gorgeous on the song. Oh my god, I'm just covered in goosebumps. This was so touching. I'm really, really appreciative and thankful for Yoonjin to kind of go there with this song and be vulnerable with Fear Not about those feelings of, you know, it seems like guilt of, you know, wanting more for themselves, even though they should theoretically have everything they ever need, and just like wanting to live a free life. Like, that is a realistic ask. Like, speaking of HOTTOGO, Chapel Roan being kind of in the news lately and people talking about her comments of being fed up with people wanting to take her picture and that sort of thing, and some people thinking that it was kind of like maybe not spoiled, but almost like wanting your cake and eating it too, of wanting to be able to be a private person while still being famous. And maybe she didn't deliver the message with the most tact in the world, but I am 100% on her side of, I feel like no fan of any person, of any group, is owed anything from that artist. I could imagine what it would be like to be perceived 24/7. So I don't think that just because you reach a certain status in life doesn't mean that you should be able to give up things like your privacy. I think people just need to stop being freaking weird and just leave people alone. Like, Sakura is a person, Chaewon is a person, Yoonjin is a person, Kazuha is a person, Eunjae is a person, I'm a person, you're a person. They are not like characters that live in our head. They're real people. And I think it can be so easy behind like a keyboard, especially, or behind your phone, to just forget that. And so people feel like they have the right to just say whatever the hell they want when they're protected by the privacy of, you know, an avatar without having to put their name or their face to something. But like, imagine saying that to their face. They would never, because probably most of those people are cowards who have miserable lives and they're taking it out on strangers because they are strangers on the internet. I thought my rant was done, but clearly it's not. That's just like, that just kind of thing really grinds my gears, and it shouldn't, because I recognize why people do this, because they're just like really miserable and sad people. So I should kind of like feel bad for them, and I want to, but part of me doesn't, because there's plenty of sad, miserable people out there who don't do that. So anyway, I imagine I'm probably preaching to the choir here, because y'all are obviously not the kind of people who leave those comments, right? I hope not. If you are, then I invite you to unsubscribe. But I'm just really glad that we ended on this note and that they were able to deliver this message on this album and have this kind of like different interpretation of the word crazy, you know, like they're going crazy for most of this album, like in a fun way, but then they made it more of a serious way. Like, I've been trying to stop using the word crazy in my vocabulary. Like, I say the word bananas a lot because, you know, crazy can imply that someone who has a mental illness, like there's something wrong with them, and kind of like dehumanizes them a bit. And, you know, I would never call someone out for using that word. I just more so see it as a challenge myself, as someone, you know, who works in the communications industry, to challenge myself to find different vocabulary to describe things. But, you know, bananas is kind of like my go-to. But I'm curious to see if, you know, the use of that word and the way it's used, like some people's minds are changed, or they think about that a bit more after listening to this album. Because, you know, as much as this was just like a lot of fun, it really just like boom, hit you with the feels at the end. And I really, really enjoyed the journey that this album took me on. So friends, thank you very much for joining me for this album. There was a lot of fun and interesting tracks on this album. I'd be super curious to know what your favorites were, so let me know down in the comments. I feel like Crazy was obviously like incredibly catchy, and I feel like it's something that will take off on TikTok. But you know, I'm a lyrics girly. I'm an emotional, hit me in the feels song kind of girly. So Crazier, I think, was my favorite song on the album. And I also do want to keep watching Sserafim content, even though I have made it through their main discography. So if there's anything you would like me to check out that I haven't yet from Sserafim, also let me know in the comments, because I do want to keep covering them on this channel and give them the attention that they deserve without having to wait for them to come out with a new comeback each time. But until my next Sserafim video, I hope you are doing well, staying safe, taking care of yourself, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day.